right, big news coming in. There are allegations emerging against the former principal, Dr. Sandeep Ghosh. He has been, remember, in the center of controversy ever since the incident happened, because many are questioning how can there be loopholes of a man who's not a health professional enter into a seminar hall and then rape and murder a trainee doctor. Now, the charges against this principal, who's now been transferred, has been leveled by other doctors who have worked under his supervision. You were looking at the man on your screen. Now, one of these doctors is saying that there were multiple transfers, a mafia-like operation that was running. Dr. Sandeep Ghosh basically was appointed in 2021 as RG Kar Hospital principal. By 2023, gets transferred to Murshidabad and then is reinstated. It's the Murshidabad doctor that's saying that there were corruption, there were violations of ethical nature, mafia-like operations being run, and that's why CBI has also questioned him, not as accused, but to help understand how can someone enter into a hospital, harm, assault a woman, kill her, and then go scot-free.
वो बहुत ही करप्टेड आदमी है। वो आरजीकर मेडिकल कॉलेज में स्टूडेंट लोगों को फेल कराना, टेंडर ऑर्डर दे करके 20% कमीशन लेना और ये हॉस्टल वगैरह अलॉटमेंट में पैसा लेना और स्टाफ सिलेक्शन कमीशन, मतलब आरजीकर में जो भी काम होता था, पोस्टिंग हो, ट्रांसफ़र हो, हाउस स्टाफशिप हो, सब जगह वो पैसा खाते थे। सिर्फ यही नहीं, गेस्ट हाउस में जूनियर जो स्टूडेंट है उन लोगों को बैठ करके शराब वगैरह पिलाते थे और उन स्टूडेंट लोगों से आंदोलन भी करवाते थे। मतलब एक माफिया राजा बोल सकते हैं। मैंने अपनी पूरे कैरियर में इतना गंदा इंसान नहीं देखा। बायोमेडिकल वेस्ट जो डिस्पोज होता है, जैसे डिस्पोजेबल यूज सिरिंज, हैंड ग्लव, स्लाइन बोतल, ये सब जो है अपने किसी एजेंसी से देके वो रीसेल करवाते थे। इसका ट्रैफिकिंग होता था और उसमें तो बांग्लादेशी सिटीजन, जब हमने इंक्वायरी किया था तो पांचू अरबी बोल के था, ये सारा माल जो है बांग्लादेश रिसाइकिल होता था, उनके थ्रू आई इसका सारा पैसा वो लेते थे।
Let's get an update on this. Joining me, my colleague Suryagini Roy for the latest. Suryagini, these are shocking, damning allegations, and I say that these are charges. It's coming from another doctor as claimed. But for a fellow doctor to be saying it so openly, do you think this is finding in any way support? How are the cops looking at it? Because this then directly knocks at the door of the principal to say, was there something more happening at the hospital that eventually led to this incident?
Well, Pooja, the CBI is looking at every piece of information that is available right now, especially to crack this particular case. And let's not forget that the CBI had summoned Sandeep Ghosh back-to-back thrice, and these interrogations were running almost for 10 hours plus every interrogation, and he was summoned back-to-back. Not only that, but even his role is being seen on that particular night because there were these questions that why was it that the first case was registered, it was a suo motu case by the Kolkata police and not by the RG Kar hospital. So that is also something that the agencies are very minutely looking at. It's the investigation is on, as you know, that the CBI has taken over this particular matter. Now, these allegations have openly come in when, he was transferred as the principal of Calcutta National Medical College. We had seen how many students had opposed this particular, especially the ones who were studying at that particular college, had opposed him as the principal because they claimed that he had been associated with malpractices and they were not really, happy with the fact that he was being reappointed as their principal once again. Back to you.
All right, Suryagini, keep tracking the latest on that and also stay on with me because we want to help understand in this case. Remember that there is a rape and murder that's brutal crime in itself, but the kind of injuries that have been reported in this case are also disturbing, and that reflects about the kind of assault that took place. Was there more that happening, and was there more than one accused? The fight for justice is on, and the parents of the victim here have spoken up again. The parents of the victim here appear to have said that, and they're charging at the government also in this case. They're asking that is the whole hospital department has a role in this gruesome death, and they are saying this for a reason. They are saying, why was the daughter so hurriedly cremated, and that too when it's a doctor with such suspicious, mysterious death, tried to be passed off as a suicide earlier and later hurriedly cremated. The post-mortem report details accessed by India Today are horrific, with the details coming in. 14 injuries on the body. Injuries on the head, private parts, cheeks, lips, jaw, neck, knee, ankle, stating that there were also thick liquids that have been found around the areas, and eventually the death led to from manual strangulation, smothering, that the report has concluded. The father of the victim has said that the daughter was cremated in a hurry while 3 bodies were in waiting for the cremation at the ground. Victims' parents are charging also at Mamata Banerjee government, saying that there is duplicity. The government appears to be stopping protests, suppressing the voices fighting for justice, and this coming in from a woman chief minister. So the family continues to maintain that there is more to it that is looking like a cover-up.
এবং যারা এই ব্যাপারটা প্রতিবাদ করছেন রাজনৈতিক চক্রান্তে না গিয়ে রাজনীতির ছোবলে কামড় না দিয়ে সঠিক অর্থে ফাঁসি হোক দোষীদের এবং আগামী রবিবারের মধ্যে সিবিআইকে ফাঁসির ব্যবস্থা করতে হবে এবং পুরোপুরি তদন্ত উদ্ঘাটিত করতে হবে। যদিও আমাদের কলকাতা পুলিশ তদন্তের 90% করে দিয়েছে।
सीएम अपने रास्ते में नाम उतार के जस्टिस मांगता है, फिर जो जनरल पब्लिक है उसमें जब जस्टिस मांगता है उसको बंद करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहे हैं। क्या इसकी सब क्या बात है? हम लोग तो इसके बहुत दुख आ गया।
আবার ফোন করলাম, তখন উনি বললেন আপনারা কি আসছেন? আমি মানে উনি কে ছিলেন? আমি অ্যাসিস্ট্যান্ট সুপার বলছি, আপনার মেয়ে সুইসাইড করেছে।
Why this impression is being created that UD case necessarily means it is a case of suicide? It is not true. Please, the entire population is being made to understand that UD case means suicide. We wanted to make it a case of suicide. It is not true.
The details that have been accessed by India Today from the post-mortem report suggest there was this brutality that was shown to this victim, to this woman doctor who was simply taking a moment of rest at the seminar hall in the hospital, and that perhaps is reflective of the kind of loopholes there in the system. What did the post-mortem report suggest? More than 14 injury marks on the victim's body, and these injury marks externally, internally and all through the body. What were those injury marks like? On the head, on the cheeks, throughout the face, noticeable. And of course, while we cannot show you the images, I can tell you brutal injuries were visible on the face and on the body of this trainee doctor. According to the post-mortem report, when the realization came that including the nose, right jaw, chin, neck, had serious injuries that had come in on the body. Injuries also on the shoulder, left arm, knee, ankle and in the private parts. This is reflective and then begs the question that there was deliberate brutality and injuries that were shown to the victim, and was there also certain harm that someone wanted to inflict on her apart from the sexual assault crime that has happened. Now, a thick viscid liquid found inside the private parts. This is all being analyzed, remember, and the weight of the external and internal genitalia, which is the organs that are often weighed, about over 150 grams. This is done as part of the post-mortem to assess the kind of assault, sexual assault and torture that would have been done to the woman. There were hemorrhage reported from lungs, blood clots in other parts of the body as well. So imagine that while there was sexual assault and torture, there was also physical brutality shown to this woman, and we were told that there was forceful penetration that has been confirmed to the private parts. That's the reason that the organs and the private parts were also weighed. No fractures have been found. This is significant, remember, while there was enough brutality, but there was a lot of speculation references coming in. If there were fractures, bones broken in the body, from the post-mortem, that hasn't appeared to have been concluded as. How did the death eventually happen? Due to manual strangulation associated with smothering that was happening. And therefore, was it just one accused? More than one? Is there a cover-up of some kind? And I want to bring in Shreya Chatterjee for the latest on that. And I want to bring it to the notice of the viewer. Why we are putting this out is to help understand that similarly like Nirbhaya, while there is a sexual assault crime, this went way beyond it. There were physical brutality shown to the woman in this case, and the viewer must understand what is leading to this chorus of justice and fight amid medical professionals. Shreya, a doctor, a woman at the safest spaces hospital, an accused comes in, walks into a seminar hall according to investigators, rapes, murders, brutalizes and is away. There is absolutely no fear. What do you think investigators are looking at? What can be assessed from this post-mortem report, Shreya?
Well, you know, Pooja, first and foremost, the postmortem report very categorically details a brutal assault that the deceased was inflicted upon. More so because all the injuries were before her death happened. These were anti-mortem injuries, more than 14 injury marks. The nature of the injuries in the form of abrasions and bruises. There are internal injuries that have also been recorded. But clearly the postmortem report that will now come in after this, for example, the vaginal swabs, the viscera report, the PM blood, all these things will be very crucial to understand whether at all there were more than one person involved, because that would change the sections as well. But as of now, the CBI is also conducting a psychoanalysis on the accused. The reason clearly is because of the brutality that the post-mortem report already medically registers. And the lapses that you're talking, Pooja, this person was a civic volunteer. He was part of the welfare committee. He was supposed to assist patients. He was supposed to assist the police. But clearly the kind of access that he had, he managed to go to the seminar hall. He was aware that people slept over there. That's something that cannot be ruled out. And that's precisely why the CBI is conducting a psychoanalysis test on him to understand that whether the motive was just rape and murder or there was another motive behind the entire crime.
This is absolutely disturbing, and perhaps that is why it will be significant to find out what exactly happened. Who is this man? Not a medical professional, manages to enter into a hospital, knows exactly where the woman is sleeping and indulges in the crime. Shreya, keep tracking all the details and all the angles of it. Shreya and all our colleagues from the Crime Bureau constantly interacting and trying to find out from their independent probe what's happening.